This is your captain speaking. The Carolina Panthers have officially won 2 games in a row for the first time since 2022. I said they don't won 2 games for the first time since 2022. Give it up, y'all. Man, I'm back from outer space, yo. It feel like outer space. I was traveling so much. Man, I ain't drinking no beer today. I'm drinking ginger ale. My stomach hurt. I drank so much beer. So many steins, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't even make it for the post-game live. I couldn't make it for the Monday live. So here I am on Tuesday, and I'm still not feeling good. I ain't going to lie. I'm feeling good about that win, but I'm jet lagged, y'all. I'm jet lagged. But that don't stop the show. It's about to go down. I got my Victory Monday shirt on. I know it ain't Monday, but this is how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. I got my Victory Monday shirt on, so we're going to keep it rolling today. How y'all feeling today? I got the captain's hat out. I packed it with me on the trip. I didn't get to use it. I apologize. I wanted to wear the captain's hat in Germany, but I couldn't do it, man. I wasn't feeling good, bro. I was so spent after that game. It was 3:30 in the afternoon after that game. So I had to do what I had to do. But let's get into the chat. Arvell Robinson, what up, though? What up? Oh, yeah. If you're new here, my name is Aaron Duncan with the Necessary Blunt, the Sports Talk. Recap and analysis of the Panthers that goes down on this channel. This is one of the live streams that are more interactive. I usually do these post-game, but since I was out of town post-game, I'm doing it today on Tuesday. I know it ain't Monday, but I got my Victory Monday Carolina Panthers shirt on. How you like me now? Because, look, ain't no 24-hour rule when you win during the bye week. So we rocking this until the next time, okay? But yeah, make sure you are subscribed if you have not. This is a little bit more interactive than my other videos. So welcome aboard. Pop you something, get you a beer, get you in the chat, something, do that. But please give this video a thumbs up if you have not. It really helps me out in the algorithm, helps get that engagement out, and like-minded individuals like yourself will get to see and be exposed to these type of videos. So they can join the party and we can all spread love. Andre Williams, what up? Chuba, the next 2025 watch. And with Brooks. Chief Queef, what up, though? Knucklehead K, what's good? Rails, what up, though? Panthers Nation, stand up. Rod Jones, what up, though? Josh Shelton, what up, though? Nicole, what up, though? Stream Bean Poppy, what up, though? Josh in the building, keep pounding. What up, though? Silverback. Extreme Chun, what up, though? T. Jackson, what up? Said the Super Bowl run starts now. I love the delusion. I'm all about the delusion. Anything is possible. Mr. Sandman, what up, though? Sam Holzer, what up, though? Imagine Dunk psyching himself up to the beat right here, got to go live. I be in the background scheming, for sure. Nick Rosa, what up, though? Knucklehead K, what up? Paul Sonny, what up, though? Shane, what up? Rockstar Yale, what up, though? El Capitan, you know I'm in the building. This your captain speaking. Willie Smith, what up, though? Said German beer ain't no joke. It ain't. I'm feeling it. It may take me a week to get it all out of my system. Might take me a minute to get it out of my system. Sorry for the crying baby in the background. It's bath time. See, went to 2 Oktoberfest. I ain't get to experience no Oktoberfest. Thank goodness. My stomach wouldn't have been able to take it. Trust. J47, what up, though? Will Robinson, what's good? What up, though? Raymond, what up, though? Charles, what up? Bite the bike, we up. Yes, sir. We're going to talk about it. It says Icky will be looking for a new job. 70 is better. We got to talk about it, man, because people, we get carried away. We get carried away, man. We get carried away on certain things. Brian, what up, though? Playoff window still open. Talk about it. J-Rock, what up, though? Rap Central, what up, though? That's Dennis Allen in the background. Back to back. Bro, I've never worn it in back-to-back weeks since I've had the captain's hat. You got darn right it's rare. You darn right it's rare. You darn right it's rare. Silverback, what up? All right, man. So, look, Dan Floyd, what up, though, brother? Hey, man, I'm back from outer space, yo. And let me tell you something real quick. Germany don't owe me anything. Germany don't owe me nothing. Dog, you know how many miles and hours I traveled? It was a 9-hour flight to Paris. Stopped in Paris, had a coffee, had some brunch. And I'll talk about this more in the vlog. Then I got there, and it's just an overcast. It's freezing cold. It's 70 degrees when I left here in the south, here in Georgia. And then I get over to Munich, it's 40 degrees. I'm packing everything. It's serious for me. Layers, right? And then game day, the tailgate was inside, so I was cool. Then it wasn't even really too bad on game day, but the atmosphere was electric, bro. Alliance Arena, electric. It looked like a puffer coat on the outside, but the inside, super dope. Super dope. And so the experience of being in there and sitting that close, I was 115, row 7, so like corner of the end zone. I wasn't as low as I was for that Raiders game, but I was damn near close. And them boys put on a show. They made it all worth it. They made it all worth the trip. Because my Lord, if we had blown this game to the Giants, bro, I don't know how I would have managed. But the atmosphere was electric. Chuba Hubbard put the team on his freaking back. 150 yards. What a beautiful day. We ran the ball for almost 200 yards on them boys. To run the ball at will, like, man. Shout out to my guy Chuba, because Chuba's getting the film breakdown this week, so stay tuned with that. He's gonna be the one to get the film breakdown. Just spoiler alert. You know, but look, what more can I say? The dude just got paid a couple days before, making him a top 10 paid running back in the league. And then he came out and performed like a top 10 running back in the league. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. I really, and y'all know me. If y'all been subscribed to the channel long enough, y'all know I've been down from the get down with Chuba. Me and him, I've been riding for bruh. When a lot of y'all wanted him cut from the team, when a lot of y'all thought he was just a Matt Rule merchant, that he doesn't belong in the NFL, y'all was saying all kind of stuff about Chuba. But look at him now. Like, Chuba Hubbard's path to where he got now is just the epitome of growth, development, and hard work, bro. Like I said, I'm going to talk about it more in the film breakdown. But my goodness, where Chuba has become, man, he's even exceeded my expectations. Yo. You know what I'm saying? But the conditions were a little bit colder, a little bit chillier, a little bit more slippery than it appeared on TV. You might not have been able to tell on TV, but it gets very, very humid. It gets very, very cold. It was 40 degrees. This felt like real football weather, not the 75 degrees that we're getting in Charlotte on the Panthers game day. This is football weather, where you run the ball, where you lean on that defense. It may not be a pretty passing day, but you lean on them. It was one of them type of days because the weather, it made it one of them type of days. And I got to give big credit to the offensive line as a group. They did their thing, bro. 1 sack, and that sack was given up on the boot. I also have to give credit to Dave Canales and the scheme for that. Like, I don't think, and maybe I'll do this on next week on the bye week as well, breaking down why the O-line has been so successful despite the injuries. Ike Ekwonu has been out. Taylor Moton has been out. We lost our center. Damian Lewis has been out. The only Iron Man we've had is Robert Hunt. So why has the Panthers offensive line been able to be so successful? Scheme, the players, the coaching are all contributing factors. All of them. Because there's no way you can be able to shuffle these guys around and still have sound production. That's why you see that 2.5 seconds or less. You got to give Bryce Young some credit too, because getting the ball out definitely helps keep the sack numbers up and the pressures. Scheme, run a lot of play action. Like I said, getting the ball out quick. But also the players. Using that running game to really tire them out. That way they're not as fresh in terms of rushing the passer. But also keeping them off balance at the same time. Using a lot of play action. Using a lot of boots. It's a marvelous job of coaching. A marvelous job of coaching. You know? Because everybody and their mama has been out except Hunt. So you really can't pinpoint it on one person or one player. Scheme is everything, bro. System matters. But I cannot give them enough credit for their effort. The amount of rushing yards and the pass pro that they have provided. Sunday and this year. But man, oh man. Offensively, dog, I love the ground and pound, bro. I love the ground and pound. It may not be y'all favorite. I know a lot of people are complaining about Bryce Young's pass yards. But when you can run the ball at will, do you know how demoralizing it is to not be able to stop the run? Chuba had almost 100 yards in the first quarter. The first quarter. Like, popping runs like nothing. Get into the corner. Get into the outside. When you can run the ball at will, it just opens up so many different things. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm cool with that. We're trying to figure out. Dave Canales talked about we need to figure out who we are. We finding out. This is the first game it felt like Dave Canales committed to the run consistently. I mean, granted, it helps when it's working, but this felt like a vintage Panthers game. Running the ball like that. Defense flying around, making turnovers. The team as a whole, making it a lot more interesting than it has to be. We pretty much feeling like we dominated most of the game. But then you let a drive or two slip, and now the team is back in it just for you to hold them off when you think things are slim. The cardiac cats pull it out in overtime. This is a textbook vintage Panthers game. It didn't have to be that interesting, but they wanted me to get my money's worth apparently for my ticket. They helped me get my money's worth for my ticket. Shout out to the Knucklehead K on the super chat. Say, hey, what up, though? Say, shout out to the captain's hat 2 weeks in a row. Yes, sir. Hit the like button, subscribe, and join the Patreon. Coach Dunk got the best film breakdowns. Keep pounding. Hashtag PS. You were the best dressed fan. He said it, not me. You know who else said it? Jonathan Stewart. And I'm going to talk about it in my vlog. But good Lord, I got to meet Jonathan Stewart. Had a conversation. I got a picture with Steve Smith. My bucket list is getting shorter, y'all. The bucket list is getting shorter. I met two of my favorite Panthers and got a picture. The bucket list is getting shorter. That was worth the price of admission in itself. Having Jonathan Stewart come up to me and say, hey, bro, you the freshest Panthers fan in Germany right now. Unprovoked. This wasn't me even walking up to him. Y'all know me. I got a lot of pride. I don't want to be going up to these players like that because, like, I don't know, man. I be wanting to, but, like, something in me don't be wanting to, I don't know. I just got a lot of pride. But, like, I was in line waiting on the beer. Stewart came up was like, bro, I like that fit, the vintage fit. He was like, bro, you the freshest. He put his hand on my shoulder and everything like that. He's like, bro, you the freshest Panthers fan in Germany right now. You got the whole get up. I was like, man, no, I ain't want to do him like that, Stu. That's what I said. I ain't want to do him like that, but I had to do it. I like Stu. I had to do it one time for him, man. One time for the one time. But man, meeting Jonathan Stewart, bro, meeting Steve Smith, getting pictures. I can't, bro. And I guess I'll get sentimental on my vlog. But to think that 7 years ago I started this channel. 7 years ago I started this channel just making videos. And then it led to me being able to go to these games, go to these trips. And shout out to all y'all for the super chats. Y'all know, and shout out to my Germany folks as well that's watching and may watch this. I know it's 3 o'clock in the morning there, so you may not. I truly appreciate the German subscribers because that time difference is ridiculous. I'm just going to say that, but I'll talk about that in the vlog. But I just want to take a moment to say I appreciate all of y'all, man, for the super chats, watching the videos, helping me get the ad revenue to be able to try to afford. It didn't cover everything, but it definitely helped to allow me to pay for the trip for me to go to Germany with me and my wife. The support is everything, man. And so to think about me starting the channel 7 years ago, getting to the point where I'm in Germany traveling, and then getting an opportunity to meet one of my favorite football players of all time, period, Steve Smith, but also one of my favorite Panthers, clearly, with the Jonathan Stewart jersey back there. Getting to do that, man, I can't thank y'all enough, man. It's very, very humbling, and I'm so appreciative. You are the reason I keep going because this team is not good. So these 2 wins in a row, me wearing the captain's hat, I try my best to get to galvanize, man, just because it is hard. But I feed off of y'all, and I know y'all feed off of me, and I just appreciate it. All right, I appreciate that. Tunes on stream with the super chat. So you're 2 for 2 on attendance for wins this year. We need you at the Chiefs game. Hey, let me find out because I really was on a losing streak. The only win I had witnessed was the Houston win a couple years ago with Kyle Allen. But let me find out on a win streak. First the Raiders. Now the Giants. Come on, man. Coincidence? I think not. I think not. But appreciate you on the support, man. Willie Smith. Thank you. Appreciate you on the support. The most important stat is winning. Yes. We don't need style points right now. Yeah, we can break down the game, of course, and we're going to do that. But it's a lot more fun to break it down when we win. I'll tell you that right now. I got through that tape when I was on the plane. So I'm just working on a film breakdown. I'll be up soon. It's easy to go through the tape when we winning. When we losing, I feel like I'm constantly moaning and complaining. It's hard to find some positive nuggets on a week-to-week basis. But this week, we up. We up. But the winning definitely helps for a team like this, man. I understand the tank, and y'all know I was with y'all. I was on the Travis Hunter ship, but, man, we're going to have to take that gas out of the tank and put it in the bandwagon. Take the gas out the tank and put it in the bandwagon. We ain't gassing up the tank no more. We're gassing up the bandwagon. We're gassing up the bandwagon. Gas it up. Samuel Smith, what up, though? Appreciate the super chat. Said, love the content, dump, best Panthers YouTuber out there. One thing, what do you think is the future for Bryce Young? Ooh, good question. And everybody wants to know. And I'm going to stand on this. I'm going to stand on it. My take since the benching has been that I do not see Bryce Young's future with this team. I do think there is better football ahead for Bryce Young in his career. I don't think this is the only. I think Bryce Young will get better. How long that takes? What does it look like? I'm not sure. But I do think Bryce Young's best football is ahead of him. I do. Now, is it with us? That's the question. Because Dave Canales has played these all type of Jedi mind tricks this year to try to act like we ain't just win last week. We're gonna take in all the information and see who's gonna start on a week. I just think that, and maybe you're trying to play like, hey, make him earn it type stuff, but I don't think Dave is sold on Bryce. Rarely do these scenarios work out where you bench a guy, put him back in, and he works out long term for you. Sometimes they work out for somebody else, but rarely do they work out for you. But it could be a new thing because we see Anthony Richardson getting benched. Caleb Williams looking like he might get benched. Who knows? Maybe it's the new norm. Maybe Dave Canales was the trendsetter. People saw how much sitting helped Bryce Young get his head together. That they just didn't want to be the first one to do it, and now you got somebody else that's done it. The coast is clear. You won't get the same scrutiny that we got because we're the Panthers. Everything we do is put under a microscope. Everything we do is the worst thing in the world. And in hindsight, benching him was probably for the best. And like I told you guys, I don't think there was the issues with Bryce Young were not going to get fixed by him sitting on the bench. There are fundamental issues that Bryce Young needs to clean up. That, yeah, it doesn't always take one offseason to fix those type of things in terms of footwork and throwing mechanics and stuff like that. These are things that Bryce has been doing his whole life. Y'all remember how long it took Cam Newton to change his throwing motion? Obviously, there were surgeries, but it took Cam Newton about 8 seasons, 6, 7, 8 seasons maybe, to try to tweak his mechanics. And he was doing certain things across it, but it didn't really get noticeably different to like what, 6 after the shoulder procedures. So this is not something that's going to happen overnight. Now, is the timeline of Bryce Young's development in line with where the team wants to be? I don't think so. And so I don't know. Maybe they want to get their own guy. Maybe they want to go the vet route, build the roster and do that. I'm just going off of history. That's all I'm saying. I have faith in Bryce Young. I believe in Bryce Young. Like I said, I think his best football is ahead of him. It's hard for me based off the evidence from what the team has been saying and moving and acting. And even when they had their press conferences last week, they didn't really comment or stand on Bryce Young being the future. That lets me know that they have questions. And they're fair. We all have questions. But it ain't the same energy it was before the year. It wasn't. So clearly, their feelings have changed. Will Robinson, appreciate you on the super chat. Said it was good to see you in Germany. The Panthers pub was lit. We were building a winning culture, and I love it. Hey, man, Germany was a good time, brother. It was. That pub was lit. They had Tepper in there drinking beers out the Steins. Tepper was turned up out there, bro. Like, and it's hard to describe, but being there, bro, the vibes were immaculate, bro. The vibes were immaculate. Mick, what up, though? King Dumbo, what up, though? Joe Clarity, what up, though? I'll be wide open at 3 in the morning. Sean Capri, what up? Salute. Hand on the shoulder is the true sign of honor. Exactly. And I'm in my recap video, I'm gonna post the videos and stuff, the picture and stuff. But yeah, that's just me, bro. Yeah, they were singing "Sweet Carolina" in the middle of the game. They're singing "Old Country," "Country Roads." That's what it is. They sing it all the time. They play "Raise Up." You hear "Raise Up" in Germany after a touchdown. I was lit. The funny part about being at the game is like most of those people there aren't fans of like the Panthers. They're not fans of like the Giants. They're just fans of the NFL. So I'm in there just talking trash to nobody. I'm pretty much just talking to myself. It's not that loud because they weren't that hype at the time. But I'm like, I'm yelling by myself. My voice is still recovering currently. So that's why I sound weird. But it was an electric atmosphere, man. Like, and the thing, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna save it for the video. Let's get back to the content. But Bryce Young was he had a steady game managing type of game. I think that we have to reset our mindset, man. Like, and Bryce Young, you can critique Bryce Young. He's not above criticism. Like I said, I think benching him helped stop the bleeding. It just stopped the bleeding because he looks better managing the game, making decisions. Now, we could talk about him missing throws, overthrowing stuff in the clutch, stuff like that. But I think from a managing standpoint, from the mental standpoint, it helped. Now, Sunday, 126-yard passing. There were several drops, but it wasn't going to be a potent attack. You know? Like I said, one, the conditions. Two, we're still kind of limited from the quarterback standpoint and the receiver standpoint. The young guys, I love them, but still, there's some limitations. We got to be honest. And I love the potential, but currently, there's still some limitations. They're young, and we're not thinking Super Bowl this year, so you live with the outcome. That's kind of where we are. But I just think we have to be able to take out like the things that we notice, the progress over perfection. And you may think I'm an apologist or whatever, but week to week, seeing him put together stuff week to week, game to game, play to play, series of series, like we have to see the consistency. So you want to see him doing that from a mental step. Like, what is Bryce Young's ceiling? We don't know. Maybe it's a mid to high level game manager. Who knows? But the growth, whatever the pre-draft notions were, they don't matter anymore. Caleb Williams is supposed to be generational. He's struggling. The pre-draft stuff doesn't matter anymore. CJ Stroud, pre-draft, they was scrutinizing the processing. Rookie year, he set the world on fire. having some struggles this year. It's the path is not linear, man. The pre-draft stuff, you got to get it out the window. The growth pattern is not linear. It's a winding road. I don't care what we gave up for Bryce Young. The Bears don't either. They pretty much squandered all that draft capital. And DJ Moore is pissed off. He asking for Tyson Bagent to start over Caleb Williams. So the trade don't matter. The draft compensation don't matter. Where he was picked don't matter. He's here now. And so what is the path to success for Bryce Young? Seeing the progression, seeing building off of back-to-back games of not making bone-crushing, bonehead decisions, not losing the game for us, like it or not, is a step forward. And I know the people that never liked Bryce, they don't want to hear this. But incremental progress adds up over the long haul. You know? Because when he passed for 200-something yards and we lost to the Broncos, nobody cared because we lost. But now we win and he passed for 120-something, people care. It's not linear. So we want to see the incremental improvement on a week-to-week basis. Shannon Tyler, what up, though? James Taylor, what up, though? GTD, got the dub, dog. Got the dub, dog. So let's get through the end and start speculating. I mean, we evaluate on a week-to-week basis. That was the question on the super chat, so I wanted to address it. Daniel Wu, what up, though? All the jitterbugs disregard the old heads who said it takes 3 years to properly evaluate a rookie quarterback. Yeah. But not the best game overall for the young guys. Excel had a drop. Coker had a few that were a drop, but then he got the pass broke up in the end zone. That was a pretty good fade ball from Bryce. So not the most productive game. Jalen Coker led the team in targets with 8 targets. That's a lot. 8 targets is a lot. It's a lot. But, like I said, we know that there's limitations at quarterback. We know there's limitations in the receiver room. We know that there's youth. So these are things that you live with on a week-to-week basis. They'll learn and grow from it and be better together. It is what it is. But shout out to Jatavian Sanders being wide open in the red zone, scoring. Almost had 2 touchdowns if he could break a tackle. Almost had 2. But I thought overall, offensively, man, solid performance. Dave Canales was in his bag. There was some stretches in the second half where he was getting a little too pass happy, which is typical Dave Canales. Typical Dave Canales. But I thought this was the most commitment to the run that he's been all season. All season. So I got to give credit where it's due. Like I said, incremental improvement. Because Dave Canales is a rookie head coach as well. He's learning too. He's not flawless. He's not. He's not flawless. So he's learning as well. But it's a lot more fun to learn these lessons and victories than it is in defeat. Trust and believe. These live streams are a lot more fun when we winning. Especially when we win them back to back. 2 of them things. When we got 2 of them things in a row, it's a lot easier. Yes, please hit that subscribe button if you have not. If you're new to the channel, I'm Aaron Duncan and do Panthers content. Also, hit the like button. We got 197 people watching right now. But we only got 76 likes. Please give this video a thumbs up because the math ain't mathing. According to my calculations, the math ain't mathing. So we got to get some of them likes up. That engagement helps get this word out. So when people are scrolling on YouTube that don't subscribe to me and they see this, they be like, hey, let me check on this guy. Because them thumbs up really lets YouTube know that I'm talking about something. All right. But it's just hard. Offensively, MVP has got to be Chuba. Robert Hunt, honorable mention, but I got to give it to Chuba. To just get that bag and then you come out and put a performance on like that, what can you say? And they hated on us. All the nerds, all you nerds out there, that say don't pay running backs, all the nerds, I'm talking to you. If you think I'm talking to you, I am talking to you. The Panthers, they're a bad team, and they paid a running back. How dare they? That's what they were saying. That's how they was on Twitter. All the nerds. You don't pay a running back because once they do this and hit this threshold, they start dropping off. Let me tell you something now. The Carolina Panthers, they can't get lost in the weeds. You can't get lost in the weeds when it comes to a guy like Chuba Hubbard. The Panthers don't have enough good players to be trying to outsmart the NFL and not pay a running back. Like, yeah, don't have good players. You need to pay good players and keep good players around. Like, that's, yeah, it seems crazy. It seems crazy, but like paying good players actually makes sense. The Panthers don't have a ton of good players. Why not keep your good players around? Nerds. You nerds out there. I'm talking to you nerds. I don't care that you don't want to pay no running back. I don't care. We need good players. The Panthers paid their good player. Probably their best offensive player. The dude is the epitome of what you want from a Carolina Panther. Been here 4 years. Day 3 draft pick. Was slim and skinny, speed running back coming out of Oklahoma State. Was a backup to Christian McCaffrey, forced into starting action because of Christian McCaffrey's injury. Took his lumps from the fan base. A lot of the fan base didn't like him. But continued to get better every year. His hands weren't that great. He started being on the jugs machine after every training camp. Him and Tommy Tremble after every training camp practice are on the jugs machine. When I went to the Raiders game, I realized that he does the jug machine before the game as well. This dude recognizes his weaknesses and works on them. Put on major muscle and turned himself into a downhill, slashing, low-key kind of a bruising of a running back. The dude is worth the bag. If you don't pay those type of guys to stick around on your team, how do you expect to build? How do you expect other guys to look at a guy like Chuba putting in all the work that he does and him not getting rewarded for it? What kind of message does that send to the culture you're trying to build? And not saying you have to make a financial decision with emotion like that, but just think about it for a second. especially when you have a history of just trading away some of these guys like DJ Moore or Brian Burns or Christian McCaffrey. It's different, man. It's different. It's different. Slick Vic, what up, though? He said the autofocus on my hand. Nerds. Nerds. So anybody talking bad about Chuba just mad about their Jonathan Brooks pick in fantasy football. What do we do about Horn? Horn getting paid too. Those are core pieces. Horn getting the bag too. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Luke Cage on the Super Chat. So hopefully Dave will see he can run on a lot of teams. These defenses ain't built like that no more. They're trying to stop air yards that fans want to see. All this cover two not stopping ground and pound. Exactly. They got all these safeties in the box. They got all these undersized linebackers in the box. They got these pass rushers on the edges. Nobody wants to play that boring football no more. So beat them up. We had a big offensive line. They're bruisers. They're nasty. Lean on these dudes, man. Lean on them. I like that style of football. I know it ain't cute. I know it ain't cute for everybody. But I love me a well blocked running play. I love the pancakes. Guys getting put on the ground. Just bullying dudes, throwing dudes out the club. I like that style, bro. I like that style. It's like to see play by play, you demoralizing the team on the other side of the field because they can't stop the run. They know it's coming. You know it's coming, and they still can't stop it. Look, man, I'm with it. And you're right. Hopefully Dave sees that. It has to be our identity. Coker needs an extension ASAP, probably after the year. See, Bryce ain't complaining that way. Yeah, Bryce ain't complaining about the run game. And this is what we should have been doing. We came out and got too pass happy against the Saints and the Chargers. We should have just ran the ball. Do what you're doing now. Like, take the ball. Bryce only had 25 attempts. Do that. I know we got blown out so quick. But if you ran the ball, there's still times in the first half. You could run the ball where that running game was still a part of it. Run the ball. Protect Bryce. Do some play action. Protect that trash defense you got. Running the ball bleeds that clock. But let's transition over to defense. Y'all talking about JC. Because, man, y'all know me. I've been leading the charge. I've been the captain of this vessel of calling this defense out. Y'all know me. I've been that one talking about this defense. When everybody and their mama was crying about Bryce Young in weeks 1 and 2, I was the one saying this defense is trash. It took everybody about 4-5 weeks, and it took Andy Dalton to get into the game for people to have to be forced to realize that the defense was the problem. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. That is textbook bend but don't break defense. And that's all I expected from this defense. I didn't expect them to be all world. We don't have a ton of playmakers, but bend but don't break. Get turnovers in the red zone. Force field goals like you did last week. Get turnovers like you did this week. Yeah, they're not going to come in bunches all the time. But if you can hold the team to field goals like you did the Saints, that goes a long way. It goes a long way. But this week, look, the MVPs for me, Josie Jewell, A'Shawn Robinson, and I got to give a little credit to first half DJ Wanham. Because Lord knows I was smoking DJ Wanham on Twitter. Because where was he at? DJ Wanham came out with fresh legs, bro. We know the history. DJ Wanham had the quad procedure, and then he ended up having a blood clot in his leg where it was touch and go. We didn't know about it, but it was touch and go. Touch and go. And so I think when you have those type of injuries, it probably puts some stuff into perspective, dog. Like when your career is almost taken from you, it probably puts stuff into perspective. And we know DJ Wanham coming in was a high energy and effort guy, wasn't really a sack artist. A lot of his sacks last year came off of just second, third efforts and being unblocked in certain schemes and stuff and like scheme pressure from the defense. But the DJ Wanham I saw Sunday, hey, man. Somebody said it. He came out looking like Michael Strahan. He like Michael Strahan the way he was coming at it, bro. Like, dude was playing with violence. He was getting after it. And it could be fresh legs. But I also think that, like I said, when your career is put into perspective like that because it might be taken away because of those clots, you appreciate it more, man. You make every down count. You play every down like it could be your last because it could have been once upon a time. So I got to take my hat off to DJ Wanham. Hats off to him, bro. Because like I said, I was throwing some shade because I just didn't know what was going on. We weren't getting a lot of information. He was just having a slow recovery from a quad injury. But hats off to him. Because the brother played like his hair was on fire. He did. And then you got A'Shawn Robinson. Bro, a sack, maybe a sack and a half, tackle for loss, the forced fumble that won the game, just constantly being a force in the running game and even getting after it in the passer at times. But, like, he hooped. And somebody said it was his revenge game. He's a former Giant. It was his revenge game. We finally starting to get a little bit more healthy on defense, outside of Derrick Brown, of course, and Shaq. But we started getting some pieces back. You can start doing some things. The pecan punch, not the peanut punch. I saw them mixing in a little NASCAR package. Had a lot more pass rushers on the field. Shy Tuttle and A'Shawn Robinson came out. You got Wanham in there lining up inside. Clowney outside. Like, it was a beautiful thing, man. And it wasn't great, like perfect. Like our pass rushers still lacking. We still need pass rushers. But you got to love the effort. Guys just doing their job. And they did a fairly decent job to start against the run, but a couple plays and lapses from Trevin Wallace and Jadeveon Clowney popped a couple of those big Tyron Tracy runs. Guys have to do their job every play. You can't, it's a very, very scheme-heavy defense. Like, everybody has to do their job, and the plays will come to you. You really can't try to just make plays. You kind of just have to wait for plays to come to you. And I think that's what Trevin has to figure out, and Clowney has to do consistently. Because Clowney will make plays, but he also colors outside the lines a little bit, which is the reason why he makes some of the plays. But still. Yeah, ISM, he tried to get that revenge. He was getting a little scrappy. Shout out to my guy Amir. He ain't a Panther no more, though. So he an op. But he was getting a little scrappy, huh? He was getting a little scrappy. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, true. He did get released on his birthday, bro. That's cold. The Panthers do. It might have been the day before his birthday. Something like, I don't know. But nasty work. Yeah, he taking it up with the wrong people. He need to go box Dave Canales. I think ISM was a fan favorite. Yeah, he was a fan favorite, bro. He was a fan favorite. But emotions run high, man. You know how it go. It's a lot of testosterone on that field. But Josie Jewell, I've a guy that I gave some, and it wasn't like slander. I just criticized him for his play because early on in the season, it was not up to par. But since Josie Jewell has returned back from his injury, he has been playing phenomenal football. And he's the best thing to happen to Trevin Wallace because you get that green dot off of Trevin. He can play a lot more free. When he's not lined up in the right spot, Josie tells him where to go. Josie gets the calls in, allows less thinking for Trevin. It allows him to just be a football player. That's what we need. And Josie made plays against the Broncos. If you're on the Patreon, you saw that breakdown. Made some plays last week against the Saints. And he had the game of his life in Germany. Fumble recovery, phenomenal pick. The play before the pick, he had a great tackle for loss on Malik Neighbors. Bro, Josie Jewell been playing some ball, dog. Been playing some ball, dog. I got to give it to the sheriff. What's his name? Sheriff? Or the outlaw? What's his name? D. Davis, what's good? Lunch break hot take. What up, fellas? Salute. Shout out the Knucklehead Kate on the super chat. Your opinion, do we keep all the picks or do we package them and move up? I wouldn't be shocked. I don't think it's going to be dramatic, but we got a lot of fifth rounders. I wouldn't be surprised to see us maneuver on day 1 and 2. I wouldn't be surprised. We got like I said, we got Dallas's pick. We got our picks, of course. And we got the Giants pick from Brian Burns, the 5th rounder. I would expect some maneuvering. We do know who Dan's former boss was. As much as he's trying to beat the allegations, he had all them trades on draft day. So we know how him and Scott Fitter like to get down. They like to trade. So I expect them to, not for players, I expect them to use them picks to move up. That's my thoughts. Appreciate that support. Josie a hard hitter. See him square up head to head with King Henry and level him. Yeah, that is true. The Giants play calling was suspect. The execution was suspect. I don't think they like Daniel Jones. I don't think they trust Daniel Jones. But they a professional football team. We can't feel sorry for them. Don't let any of these people try to rain on your parade and just say that, oh, it's just the Giants. Y'all, only thing y'all beat was just the Giants. Look, the Panthers were just the Panthers a couple weeks ago. Everybody and their mama took every opportunity to talk trash about us. Everybody. They tried to beat us up. They tried to kick us around. And not saying that we're good right now, but still. They called us the worst team, the worst organization, whatever. We were just the Panthers. So don't let them tell you that they're just the Giants or you whatever. Nah, we've already exceeded last year's win total, and we still got games to play. Now, how many more wins we got? I don't know, but there's plenty of teams worse than us right now. Plenty of teams worse than us right now. So don't let them try to rain on your parade. Don't let them try to rain on your parade. Winning is hard. If y'all haven't learned, winning in the NFL is hard. As much as Patrick Mahomes and them do it, it's still, them wins are earned. Exactly. Crickets. Ain't nobody talking nothing now. As soon as we start winning. Because it was just the Saints. Last week, we got somebody fired. It was just the Saints. But then the Saints turned around and beat the number one team in the division, the Falcons. So they went from being just the Saints to the team that was good enough to beat the Falcons. That's all I'm saying. But, man, in the secondary, man, J.C. Horn, another phenomenal performance. The bag is coming. I would not be surprised to see an extension done throughout the bye week. It may seem premature for some of you guys that want to see him play a full year. I agree. I told y'all what? What did I say? 14? 14 games was all I needed to see before I wanted to give him a bag. He's almost there. He's almost there. He's almost there. And he's playing top caliber football right now. Yeah, the 49ers just paid Lenore 5 for 92 over 5. That's $18 million a year. Is J.C. Horn better than him? I think so, but I'm biased. However, his agent going to be biased too. He going to want that money. He going to get that money. Ball control and defense, Panthers can be anybody. There's a formula. I mean, football is nothing new under the sun. Run the ball and play defense works. Do I expect the defense to be like this every week? No. Because we've seen more evidence that they're not as good than they are. Well, we've seen more evidence that they're bad than they're good. But turnovers are just weird. The ball is not round. The ball is oblong shape. It's going to bounce your way ever so often. You just never know. That's why we show up for these games and watch every week, because you just never know how things are going to bounce. You never know. Shout out to my guy Kelvin on the super chat. Said, call me a sicko, but after seeing Tyrone Tracy Jr. run for 103, I was smiling ear to ear watching him shed tears after that fumble, after the Ashawn fumble. Bro, when I tell you I was in that stands sick at how that game ended in regulation. Sick that they had got that coin toss and that they got the ball first. Because I knew our defense was probably tired. They had just got off the field. I was sick. I just like, bro, they trying to take it from us. This game has gone our way the whole time. And in the last few minutes in overtime, we're about to give it away. It was doubt. I can't lie. I believed, but it was still doubt in my brain just because of the circumstances and how stuff was playing out and how dirty we consistently get done as Carolina Panthers. And we're expected to just take it because we're a garbage organization. But on that first play, when that ball hit the ground, man, I shed a thug tear. I was going crazy. And I told you I was talking trash to nobody because a lot of them German fans ain't really fans. They just NFL fans. They don't really care for a team specifically. They're just happy to be there. So I'm over there standing going crazy, reaching over 15 people to try to shake a hand of a Panthers fan because we so spread out amongst the regular fans. Bro, too many times I've seen this go against us. And so for it to work out in our favor, man, you couldn't ask for a better outcome for the defense on one play. Against the guy, like you said, had been killing you a good chunk of the day. What a game. A Carolina Panthers vintage game. Making it more interesting than it has to be. Raising my blood pressure. Just to make it more interesting. Yeah, the Cardiac Cats did it, never failed. Bro, every time they make it more interesting than it has to be. Yeah, I didn't see Sean and Dave at the game, but I saw them at the events. I got a picture with them. I posted more on my vlog. Yeah, bro, it was a thug tear. Bro. But yeah. Saying we got to start developing our rookie O-line. I mean, we need to find a future. I mean, we got to find something, a long-term plan. I mean, obviously, figuring out the Moten situation would be huge because his contract, but I think we're getting the young guys in there. They're going to have to make a choice on Icky, of course, on the fifth-year option, but yeah. How was it? It was great. I mean, and I'll talk about it on my Germany vlog, but the people there were amazing, man. At the game, the people there were amazing. Like I said, they were looking like some other foreigners. Like I was in France, they're very rude in the airport. Amsterdam, very rude in the airport. Germany, it's kind of rude in the airport. Not gonna lie. But as far as the game day, I love the fans. The football fans, they were cool. Everybody was telling me congratulations after the game because they really didn't have a dog in the fight. They just knew how hype I was. I thought I was pretty entertaining. Some of those BS calls by the refs, I pulled some euros out my pocket and was holding it up. You know, I was on one. I'm not gonna lie. I was on one. I was on one. It has definitely been a great week for Panthers Nation. So just say I want to thank y'all for beating us so we can finally get rid of Daniel Jones, man. Thank y'all so much. The Panthers leave a trail of tears behind us, bro. Leave a trail of tears. You saw the Saints crashing out last week. Got the coach fired. Now Daniel Jones finna get benched. Probably. Very, very winnable game for the Giants. Graham Gano, old friend Gano, did one for the home team, missed the field goal. Red zone turnovers, twice? It was there. It was there for the Giants. But that's why they play the game. Yeah, Ivan, it really has. It's been a great 2 weeks, man. We haven't had back-to-back wins since Steve Wilkes in 2022. Forgot what that felt like. It may feel meaningless, but y'all want to play the rookies. Y'all want to get the young guys involved. What do you think losing does to the young guys? What do you think winning does for the young guys? It builds confidence. It builds camaraderie, the excitement. It's a lot easier for them to come back and take on the coaching and believe in the coaching when they see the results at the end of the game working out in their favor. It's good. Winning is good for these young guys. Later, Shane. Take it easy, bro. Winning is good. And we done got so used to losing as a franchise. It's just I feel really, really bad for the pro tank people. I really do. Because this is not the outcome you wanted. We had the number one pick in sights. But then we just started winning. Won 2 games in a row. I was locked in on the tank because I didn't think we were that good. But, good Lord. Things happen. Things change. I'm not going to be mad about beating the Saints. I'm not going to be mad about winning the game where I'm there in person and I paid all that money and traveled 10 hours on the plane. I'm not going to be mad if we somehow, some way, lightning strikes twice and we beat the defending Super Bowl champs. Do you know what that would do for confidence? Not saying it's going to happen, but I love the delusion from the fan base saying, why not? That's what we need. Hope. Hope. As long as there is delusion, there is hope. As long as there's hope, there's delusion. Because there's hope, because we won 2 in a row. We're only 3 games back in the division. We have a tough schedule down the stretch. But as long as there is hope, there's delusion. People thinking playoffs. People thinking that we might even mess around and beat the Chiefs at home. I'm not going to tell you crazy. I'm not going to tell you crazy. I may not believe it's going to happen. But why not? Why not us? Why not the Panthers, who everybody pronounced dead just 2 or 3 weeks ago, be the team to give the Kansas City Chiefs their first loss of the year? Why not us? That's what the players got to think. That's what we as fans got to get to that point where we say there's hope. Why not us? Why not? Why not? Said the wins with Bryce at QB feel better than win with Andy. Yeah. I mean, only got 1 with Andy, so the win. But, yeah, especially when you actually see Bryce feels like he's improving little by little. Not perfect. Still making mistakes, just not the big turnovers and mistakes. Managing the game. Not making a mistake to lose us the game. It feels better. Why not us? The NFL is wacky. That's why we watch it. Why not? Why not? You know? Twitter and TikTok gonna think Bryce is a god if we beat the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, Tepper. He said Tepper. Everybody would be beloved except Tepper. He said he bought him a Chuba jersey. Shout out to you, man. I'm about to get me one. I need to give one away. Which rookie am I more excited about, JT or XL? JT is very intriguing to me, but I want to see more from XL. And like not in a bad way. I just want to see more. Get more opportunities. Somebody got to do it, man. Why not have them? I mean, granted, they play the Bills. So let's say they get beat up and battered and bruised. They're tired. They got to travel. Play the Panthers. They overlooking the Panthers because we've been on the bye. Nobody talking about us. We won 2 in a row, but nobody talking about us. At home, why not protect the bank? Why not protect the bank and beat the only undefeated team to defend the Super Bowl champs? Say, want more of them dollar bills. Man, and like I talked about, Xavier Legette, man, these are guys that are easy to root for. The personalities, they're just young, they're funny, they're genuine, they're hungry. These are guys that are easy to root for. These are guys that are easy to root for. Feels like we're building something. It actually feels like we have direction and we're building something. That's the best part about it, being a fan right now, man. And it's not pretty. Like I said, we're 3-7. But like, we've exceeded, like I said, we exceeded last year's win total. Nobody's been fired yet. And we won back-to-back games for the first time since 2022. It just feels like we got something to look forward to every Sunday. You're curious to see which one of these rookies is going to do their thing. You're curious to see Chuba Hubbard. Next week, you're curious to see Jonathan Brooks debut. You're curious to see, is Bryce Young going to win some more games? Is he going to get better little by little every week? Is he going to keep getting better? Is he going to get worse? Like, that's what you're looking forward to. Like, it feels like we're building something, man. Somebody mentioned it, complimentary football. It makes the world go round. So it just feels like we're in a pretty good spot, man. I think we just want to see them compete, have a direction, and compete. If we can finish this backstretch pretty decent, that's going to hold more weight than any draft position. I'm not saying we're going to the playoffs, but if we can get a couple wins on this last backstretch after the bye, knocking out Super Bowl champs, shoot, it'll do a lot for the confidence and momentum going in the next offseason. So I'm excited. Yeah, somebody said Anthony Thielen back. So we're building a culture, and it's clear to see. It feels like we're building something, man. Feels like it, finally. And not saying we arrived, or Dave Canales is the GOAT, or Dan Morgan is the GOAT, but it just feels like we're working towards something. So how about Bryce looking like Cam? You saw the point, the first down point from Bryce. Super excited in my Bryce voice, especially with DJ. Yeah, we're getting a lot of guys back on this backstretch. Icky will be back. We'll get the closest thing to our starting O-line unit minus Corbett back. Brooks will be able to keep Chuba fresh because we know Miles being hurt. They're going to need that rotation, so Brooks is going to have to step in. He'll have a role. We haven't heard the long-term prognosis on Miles Sanders, but those third down, 12 reps a game, 4, 5 touches. That seems like an easy pathway to insert Jonathan Brooks early on. It does. Because Miles was getting with third downs, and he was, like I said, he was using it as a pass catcher and was giving Chuba a break. 12 plays ain't much. Seems like an easy way to insert Brooks. Make it happen. But yeah, we're getting some guys back, man. It feels exciting. I gotta get off here though, man. I'm still not feeling good. I don't know, man. My body's achy. I hope I ain't got a fever. I don't have the chills anymore. I took some Tylenol, but my back was aching from walking through customs and walking on all that traveling. Being on the plane for 10 hours will do it to you as well. Working on a film breakdown for Chuba. That may or may not be later this week since we don't have a game next week. But I'm also working on my Germany vlog, so y'all stay tuned. Tell y'all all about my experience, man. I'm super excited in my Bryce voice, like y'all said. So I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate all the super chats. J47, I appreciate the well wishes. I'm getting up off here. Love y'all. Of course, again, I love y'all. I got all this traveling on my system. I got to chill. I got to sit down somewhere. I didn't sleep much on the trip. My body ain't used to the Panthers wins. We done won 2 games in a row for the first time in 2 years, and my body don't know how to act, huh? My body don't know how to act, right? Yeah, I definitely need some rest tonight, though. I should have took today off from my job. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. But we move. All right, guys. Love y'all. Peace.